Oh, yeah, it's the sweet, sweet sounds of another episode of Wait a Minute, a different episode of the Social Distance Street. Is it Curbside? Is it Beer Talks? We don't know. Do you know? Yes. Yes, you do. Because most of you have seen us talk about it this week. It was kind of a quiet start, but I am here with our friends from Beer Talks. This is Kirby Kent, and obviously some of you already know Justin Curtis. We're at the Casual Pint. And we've joined forces today.
It's like Star Wars meets
Star Trek.
All right, well, this show's over now. This has been a lot of fun. And look at the dirty look that Brett just gave you.
I was going to say, we get along better than most Star Wars versus Star Trek conversations.
I didn't say who was who. I
like to think that when we get together, we like form a Captain Planet type of deal. Combined. Is what I'm
powers combined. I should have had my ring on. I'm sorry.
Hey, Adam, way to hit the target demo with a Captain Planet reference.
Hey, he's our hero.
He is our hero. I'm imagining a Captain Planet where COVID is an entire episode.
Lord.
Captain Planet.
Wind, you're not invited, okay? Everyone else can go, but Wind, you're not helping right now. That's not how it works.
I love it.
But here we are. It's Beer Talks, the Kirbside Edition meets Social Distance Drinking Club.
Yes.
We've been big mutual fans of each other during all of this, watching each other's videos. I know Justin was featured on your drinking club a couple of times, and he just did nothing but speak amazing things about all of you guys. And was just like, we got to have these dudes on. They're so cool. Don't change his mind today. Don't screw it up.
That reminds me, Justin, Yusuf has $100 bill for you from us. Make sure he gives that to you before the end of the night.
I do. I'm paying it in shekels and half in rupees, actually, but he'll take it.
Sure.
It's money.
Sure.
Exchange rate's fantastic.
You got to do what you got to do nowadays.
Well, we've been watching your show. I think you guys see us pop in and comment because your show's on Wednesdays, usually right before ours.
Yep.
So we'll be at our computers. So this is exciting for me, and I know for the guys who are super busy, hard at work, but got a hold of some beer to make this happen. So for those of you joining us right now, if you don't mind, we've already got a bunch of comments, but I like to ask everybody what they're drinking. So we'll start with that. You guys tell us what you're drinking. And also let's go through some of the comments because I really like one of these from Rob Fulmer saying, are you guys at Network now? Rob, we can be if you'd like to sponsor us. The Guild can sponsor this. We'll just do whatever you want. Anything within reason. But like Adam will do almost anything.
Says him. I don't agree to anything.
I mean, within reason, except Adam.
One of our fans actually just said, Sammy, who we love. Hi, Sammy. She just said, is it bad that I started singing the Captain Planet song?
I see it. There it is.
Oh, cool.
Sammy.
This is so exciting for us, too, because we're using your guys' streaming system that we've never used before, and I think we're totally going to use it from now on because it's
I owe you a lesson on how to use it, and I'll walk you through it completely, and I will take my payment in Casual Pint store credit. So I think that's fair, right, guys?
Well,
I
just got to say I told you so.
I know. He's been raving forever. Once we officially come up with a Beer Talks logo, we'll be making some T-shirts, and I will make sure to give.
Well, then in that case, there will be a collab T-shirt.
And then a collab beer.
I mean, and a collab beer. Don't make a funny face. We can have a Beer Talks Social Distance Drinking Club collab shirt.
Totally.
Beer Talks from afar, from a distance.
We can all be fighting each other.
They're like
action figures.
Action figures.
Figures.
This thing's over anyways, man. Everyone knows it's over. There's no bro Rona anymore. Oh man. Anyways, tell us what you're drinking in the comments, and then we kind of started early, I guess.
We did. Anytime we sort of have set up time, it's like, well, let's pick something from this beautiful board.
Yeah.
You're out.
I'm out.
I was drinking the Modern Times, their new Alien Radio. It's a nice hazy IPA.
I had I think it was a Peoria Artisan session IPA, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So nice, good stuff.
think I've had alien radio before. At Modern Times, I liked it, but I was also like after a bunch of really good stouts. So my palate at that point was very happy, but very wrecked.
That's fair. That happens. Well,
But he was so happy.
Right.
That's really all that matters, right? As long as you're happy. That's it.
That's why I drink. To make myself
Makes me
happy when I'm sad.
Or happy when you're happy.
Oh, look, I'm
already.
sad.
So, I want to get into for our audience
Yes,
that may
please.
not know who you guys are. We're -1 right now, right?
We are. Adam Ledford is not here.
Adam Ledford, he lives in Tucson, but you guys got started kind of similar to us, because it is this whole COVID thing. And tell us a little bit how you guys know each other, your backgrounds, why you started this.
I always love telling this story, and I'm sure the guys do too, because there's really nothing to it. It was, I think I was actually sitting at Caskworks talking to the guys there when I opened up my laptop and was in a group chat with the Adams and Brett and said, Self-Distance Drinking Club, great idea. And then went and made like the Twitter and the Facebook page and the Instagram.
Right then and there.
Well, someone snagged the Instagram page from me like 15 minutes before I did.
Oh,
So I was not a happy camper.
dang it.
But
Throw in like a one.
but I got the
before.
.com right after that. I was like, forget this. You know? No,
Nice.
actually, a good friend of ours actually bought the .com, parked it for us. But it started as a joke, and then what happened, guys? We basically went online to test this StreamYard thing, and like 3,000 people watched it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us, and I can't speak for Brett or the other Adam, but for us, it was a chance to kind of hang out in a time when no one was hanging out early in COVID, especially, you know, and if we could do that just to laugh a little bit, joke around, have some drinks, because we often like getting together and having good beers. And since we couldn't do that in person, we could at least do it on the internet. Like a lot of people were doing Zoom chats and different things like that. We just like virtual hangout and turn into a show because we think we're funny. We think we're clever. So we did it.
I love it. Well, and why not? Because maybe even if one other person thinks you're funny, you've brought joy to one person. So
My buddy.
Sweetest, nicest thing you've ever said, anyone has ever said on this show, and I don't think you realize what you signed up for, because
Oh,
these guys are assholes.
perfect.
I was literally about to say that we're mainly funny by making fun of Yusuf and Adam. So, you know, I gotta find ways to get my jollies doing insulting Yusuf. And Adam Green's everyone's punching bag. He's a little
Adam,
that way.
is this starting to sound a little anti-Semitic? I mean, only making fun of Yusuf and Adam is. I just feel kind of targeted right now.
I don't want to call Brett an anti-Semite, but
It's a lot
I'm
of
not going to say he's not.
there's a lot of privilege on the bottom of this screen. I'm just saying, this is the whole lot of it.
Hey, way to make me have a warm introduction to a new audience with the crossover show.
Yeah.
Yusuf.
Welcome to the party, everybody.
Everyone's gonna be like, "Who the hell are these people?"
So I don't know how I came across your show. Was it maybe Adam? We were friends on Facebook and you posted it or shared it or something, but it's been early on where I was a fan. I've been a fan. And you guys crack me up. My wife hates when I watch you guys.
Great. That's what I needed to make sure we did.
Because I'm laughing the whole time.
As long as we alienate 50% of every household that watches this, I'm 100% okay.
But she never
totally fine.
can understand what I'm laughing at. And she's like, it can't be that funny. It can't be that funny. I was like, it's that funny.
Oh, thank you.
They're that funny.
They've jinxed us. It's over. This is it. They're going to steal our audience. The show's going to suck after this from here on out.
That's
It's
going to be the
gone.
least humorous video
Yeah.
ever. Very
That's
serious.
serious the entire time.
Oh, man.
Be somber,
Yusuf-
like we're all going to a funeral.
Yusuf, I feel way too much pressure to be funny now. Let's just deadpan the rest of the episode.
Let's just call it a day.
We could do like Harold Ramis in Ghostbusters when he's like he wasn't going to smile the entire time no matter what he said. That was his character.
Yeah.
Egon, I think. Like that was the thing. He's like, I'm not going to smile no matter what. The entire time he's deadpanned everything, and it was hilarious.
And now he's dead, I think. So, like, way to bring that one up. Deadpan the dead guy. Great job. Well, hey, we're talking holiday meals, holiday meals and drinks, everybody. That's what we came here to do today.
I love it.
Kirby and I were on the phone yesterday. We're all a Zoom chat and then a StreamYard conversation. And Justin, we did the old school, like, long distance telephone call where we were on a Zoom And then
I had
he
him on
called,
speaker.
and she had him on speakerphone.
I'm like holding it to the camera, like you can hear it, right? What do we do? Yeah, we thought, obviously with Thanksgiving coming up next week, this whole year just being kind of shot to hell, let's think of one beautiful thing and one thing that we can go and enjoy, and that's holiday drinking. Whether it's with friends, it's with family, whether you're able to go visit with your family and actually do the in-person thing, or you're still kind of doing virtual, maybe eating your little hungry man turkey dinner at home.
Oh, I miss those.
Right?
I was just talking
Something.
about TV dinners. TV dinners don't exist.
Oh, we have to do a whole episode on TV dinners.
TV
Guys.
dinners.
Oh, that's
Oh.
got to be another one we got to do.
My
TV dinners.
my
I'm down.
contribution will be Marie Callender's turkey pot pie.
There you go. I love it.
That shit.
Love it. I like the beef.
We've already planned our next collaboration episode without even getting to this one.
Maybe it's a Christmas episode.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. I know. So we thought, what better thing to talk about holiday drinks, seasonal beers that are kind of coming out around this time that we only get to enjoy right now, as well as when you've got this whole gigantic Thanksgiving meal to eat, or Christmas meal, or holiday, whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, anything. How do you plan your drinking out throughout the day?
I just know that the Ramadan drinks suck. They're really bad. They're not great. They're really, it's just thirst. You just drink sadness.
It's like sand.
I mean, it's cleansing to the body, mind, and soul, but just know that it don't share the same holidays as you guys sometimes. That's all right. It happens.
That's quite all right.
But Yusuf, it's Thanksgiving upcoming in 2020 post-election. I don't know if the growler is going to be enough for that.
Probably not. I've already heard the terrible Thanksgiving joke of this will be the first Thanksgiving since the first time we had Thanksgiving where we can still meet up and accidentally give each other diseases.
Oh, jeez.
Too real, man. Too real.
Too real. Hilarious.
Shit, this got real.
But I do know drinking especially is important when you're with family. So it might not be the same this year because it's like, oh, I'm not with my family. I can just be sober. I mean, I'm not going to be, not me. Like when I say I don't mean I like me. But just, what makes people drink more than family?
Yeah.
That's a very valid point.
Right.
Very valid. Well, so we wanted to go through things kind of in like a succession or some sort of order that made sense for starting your day off, getting to the drink that you would get to at dessert time, right?
Yeah.
So you guys picked some stuff out.
We did.
And
we picked some things that are all available, obviously local breweries that you can go to, the individual ones, but as well as stuff that you can come get here at the Casual Pint. And the first one is actually very near and dear to Justin. I'm a big fan of this brewery as well. Fun fact about it is Casual Pint is actually the first place to carry this brewery outside of the brewery itself.
Mesa, outside of Mesa.
Outside of Mesa, sorry.
Chupacabras had it.
Oh yeah, because they wheel it out the back door and into a side door. That's a different conversation.
But we had to talk about them because we're huge fans. Watching all of the old videos today to put together next week. Actually, Justin wears this hat about every other video.
Yeah, go back and look. It's funny.
If you don't know, it's Oro.
I kind of told everybody ahead of time.
That's okay.
Bottom of the screen.
Well, reminding people if they didn't read.
So this one was actually, I believe, because they're so close to the Cubs. I believe that's what this was named for.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, they're Mesa Stadium for spring training, which I imagine a lot of spring training beers that people did not get drank because that's the time when things shut down. I will say though, you mentioned you could get this at Casual Pint, but if it's a little bit further from you, swing by my house. I have plenty.
Can we? I want to zoom in on this.
I got you.
We came in and we picked up. Well, I didn't have to because I'm sharing with them, but you guys picked up your allotment for the day of what we were tasting, and I just need to look at that crowler on camera because unlike me, you don't have comical hands, so that's just a normal sized crowler.
I mean, yeah.
You can brush your teeth with it. It's fine.
Right.
He's like, what the fuck do I do with this, man?
He's like, the wife's out. How am I supposed to drink all of this?
Just drink it. Take it to the skull.
Just drink it. So this is what we chose as what you guys are saying, kind of our casual drink.
Yeah, this is our starter. This is when you wake up and there's that first football game on. It's like 10 o'clock. Like, You either go with the Drecker or you go with the Oro. Yeah.
Well,
I would never start my day with Drecker. Sorry. The one thing I
you don't want diabetes?
No.
Starting the day off with the smoothie, right?
Yeah, I need diabetes. That's a big thing.
You wake up, the first football game you start, 10 o'clock in the morning. You know, this is the beer to go for.
You got to start drinking at 9:30 at that point. So this leads us.
Yusuf, I'm just saying for the Drecker stuff, if you throw like 2 or 3 scoops of protein powder in there, it's a really great smoothie.
It's a really good smoothie. I had BCAAs to my brains. That's great. Matt Trade says, Oro, I love them. Never enough credit. True story, man.
Love
that whole downtown Mesa area where Oro's at has grown so much.
Yeah.
12 West's got a location down there now.
Yeah, which is huge. And that actually, I didn't realize was their original location.
Oh, I had no idea.
I didn't.
Well, I guess I did know that they were doing
was.
Production out in Mesa, but they weren't producing as much in Gilbert.
Yep, that was their original. I actually just went there the other day. They have I meant to bring a can because I have it at home. They have a new beer called Ethereal. That's a hazy pale ale. Another great starter beer. Like just 5.5%, super low, like easy drinking. It's got that quality of like a hazy IPA, but without the super, without higher ABV, without like crazy filling that a lot of these have. None of the lactose, things like that.
What's wrong with lactose?
Lactose is fine.
What's wrong with lactose?
Not as a beginner beer.
Except for those lactose intolerant.
Yeah, well, there's that. Also, I'm lactose intolerant. So, don't hang out with me. If I go on a date and find out the girl can't eat cheese or eat bread, we're not going out again. That's it.
You're like, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, 100%.
Have a great day.
I just take women on first dates to pizza every time to just check all the boxes. I'll find out if you're going to eat meat, gluten, and dairy, right? All in one spot. 100%.
First date with my now fiance, we were at Scottsdale Beer Company. I'm going to miss that place. They were great. But I asked her, I'm like, how do you feel about bacon? And she just looked at me with this blank stare. She's like, I'm pretty sure this guy's Jewish. What's the right answer? She answered, I like bacon. I'm like, all right, we're good.
You came in hard and heavy on that one. That's a trick question.
It's not a trick question, but I want an honest answer. That's important to me.
Oh, well,
right before do you want kids?
How do you feel about bacon? And how do you feel about babies? That's the second step. I just want to know if they eat cheese, man.
If you answer the bacon question wrong, then the rest of it doesn't matter. That's the point.
It's true. Fair enough.
Oh, man. David Delgado, thanks for hanging out. He says SBC, Scottsdale Beer Company, with a heartbreak emoji. Yes, I know.
I love this. This is...
She's having so much fun with it.
I'm just in awe of
Ooh, shiny object.
It's really cool. Y'all are impressing me.
So we picked the Oro today. Well, you guys picked it. I think it's great. I might have to come back and get a crowler next week if you still have them. It should be able to. It should be able to feed an entire village since your crowlers, But
I love it. I think it's one of those beers that it's 5.2%. I think it's 20 IBUs. I looked up, so it's really low, but it's just clean. It's got that biscuitiness that a lot of blondes, and it's kind of sweet beer, mild sweetness. So it's just a really easy drinking start to the day. You can still have a couple sips of this while you're cooking up mashed potatoes. Have a couple more sips. Check on the baste the turkey, whatever. It's just an easy drinking. I think it's a style that appeals to a lot of people, and it's something you could bring to your holiday.
Can I steal the word biscuity to describe things from you guys? Is
absolutely.
that okay?
100%.
Cool. So have a couple more sips. Yell at the neighbors. Taste more biscuity flavor. Biscuits.
And then they'll be like, "Oh, you're cooking some too? Cool."
Well, what would your go-to have been let's say aside from this is a great choice, and I think it's a good beer to give people an option to come get a hold of. And hey, we know where to find it, right here, this spot.
Oro too.
Mason. Or Oro. But what would your normal drink of choice to start your day off be on Thanksgiving, like at home for you?
I typically, I guess depending, if I'm going to go to beer, it's going to be most likely a Pilsner. Like Chapman Crafted has an awesome Pilsner. I really like Helton Locals, great Pilsner. Something like that that's just really light and crisp, easy drinking. It's something I know my brother-in-law would love. Otherwise, if I'm feeling like it's going to be a long day and I really need to get into it, it's a coffee with a little bit of Bailey's and whiskey.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Matt Trite says, I see what you did there. 24-hour drinking marathon Thanksgiving Day. I'm in. Challenge accepted, Matt.
Join us, Matt. It'll be fun.
But like from a distance, slightly.
Yeah.
Like stand outside the door and just keep drinking. And when you fall in, we'll be concerned about your existence. Like, damn it. It came through.
That help.
What's your gateway drink is not something I ever wanted to see on the bottom of a pit. Like, kids watch this.
They shouldn't.
I think we should be more concerned about the parents.
Hey, YouTube, I didn't turn on the age filter on this when I posted it. I'm sorry. I'm just saying I didn't.
Tell me that's wrong. It's like your gateway drink, the one that you start with before you move on to the next drinks, maybe the higher ABV, different styles. And I'll say, like, this is not a style of beer that I would ever go into a bar and order. Not because I don't like it. This is delicious. And I see what you're saying. Like, it's a nice, easy drinking beer, an awesome pool beer, which actually you could drink in Phoenix in November, apparently, because it's hot. But, it is a good drink to start with, especially that you could, one, keep drinking it if you want to. Or if you're just kind of trying to start your day, this is delicious. Like, that's exactly where it fits.
Maybe you should have said starter beer instead of gateway beer, so it feels less like you're trying to get people hooked on drugs.
Hey, you guys are sure what you want.
I'd rather get them hooked on phonics, guys. Great. Now that we've lost the audience.
That's a good one, Beer Bob.
Beer Bob says, Gateway beer, 2 pitchers, grapefruit, Radler. I love Radlers, by the way.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think that's something people don't talk about very often is Radlers, because it's like that nice 2.5%, sip it during the day. You could have it at lunch. Anytime I'm in Europe, privilege check me, I dare you.
Hold on. Pause for a second.
Don't you do it. No, it's
really,
coming.
If you want to kick up a Radler as well, like and keep drinking them, just throw a little vodka in it.
See, that's how this is why I see some people are thinkers, and then you've got like outside the box thinkers who say throw some vodka in your Radler. Thank you. The timing on that was
perfect.
It's like I paid for a producer.
Weird. Either that or I'm just straight up an alcoholic. So
oh man, I'm seeing Moscow Mule as one as well.
Interesting.
And also, Beer Bob did mention bacon is better than kids.
I don't have kids, but I imagine most people who do would agree with that statement.
I don't eat a lot of bacon, but yeah, I'm in. It's like, that's great to me.
Yusuf's like, I don't eat a lot of bacon, but I sure as shit hate kids.
Just glad you didn't say eat kids.
I mean, no, listen.
I'll just let that one sit. I'll come back.
So the next beer is what?
What's the next beer? Wow, let's definitely find out what it is soon.
Have y'all chugged your crowlers yet?
No, but I've made more of a dent than I probably should have, considering there's more.
I mean, it's a dangerous place to be at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You all do this on Wednesdays and drink all these beers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm going to start hanging out with them before our show every Wednesday, and it's going to make our show on Wednesdays really interesting.
To be fair, Adam, we used to do 3 shows a week, which was basically just us excusing drinking every day.
But to be fair,
Times.
we did drink every day. So there is that.
Yeah.
What else is there to do?
Right. Well, and to be fair for us, I mean, when you work in the industry like this, a lot of times Wednesdays tend to be your your Friday or your day off. I mean, at least for me, I've worked in this industry for like 20 years, and it always seemed to be kind of Wednesday, Thursday was my weekend, or like a Monday, Tuesday. So a little bit different than everybody, but I know, I feel like we do it early enough, 6 o'clock, that people can drink along with us and still be in bed at an appropriate time to go to work the next day.
Yeah,
So,
totally makes sense.
Right.
Got that?
Thanks.
Before we move on to the next drink, I want to look at a couple of the comments in here. But next we are doing
The Kitsune.
The Kitsune. So congratulations, guys. We broke that news early. David Delgado answering our question about your gateway beer, as Adam liked to call it. Odd 13's Noob, even appropriately named. Yeah, it's the start of the day. You haven't quite reached like Bowser level. You know, you didn't get the golden gun yet.
Oh,
I know. What? Maybe one of these.
I have an N64 over there.
Maybe we figure out how to stream that, and then we just play N64.
You know,
drink
while we're drinking.
I thought, okay, so the last episode you had mentioned about playing video games and everything.
Yeah.
I was going to surprise you and just hook it up on the big stream. I didn't, obviously, but
I would have loved to have done that. Sam Frazier says the mead mosas were great last year. Yes. If you guys haven't done this, you take some Superstition mead and pour it into some champagne, and you get a mead mosa.
What, any kind of?
What did we? I think we used like blackberry white last time.
Oh,
that was a pretty
blackberry white.
I was at Dakeen's house.
Oh well, figures.
Yeah, he had like 647 of them. Yeah,
that guy.
He was like, "Yeah, you get a mead, and you get a mead." He was Oprahing the mead bottles. So it was,
I can see how that would be good though, because it's almost the same
flavor
concept
profile,
of like Chambord or like people adding Grand Marnier into things that have got those like really fruit forward liqueur flavors of like adding that in. I can see that.
Well, let's jump on to the next one you guys have. This is all.
I'm so proud of you. I saw the.
You guys are closer to camera, so you can show everyone the can. Can we take a look at that?
If you want to be really proud, I could try to be a hero, but that sounds like a bad idea.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Adam Green, let me see your pour, buddy.
My pour?
And your can. Let me see your cans.
Let me see. Ow, you beat me to it.
I'm sorry. Yeah. That's a nice looking can you got there.
Just the one.
Oh, damn it. I didn't catch your pour.
It's got the Unican.
For those of you who are joining and are fans of Beer Talks,
we're sorry.
Surprise! We have friends. Little did you know. No, not just brewers that we bribe to hang out with us and teach us things.
Oh, man.
This one we were.
This is really.
You drank before everybody.
Really good.
We didn't even talk about it, man.
We have to talk about it before we drink it?
Done. Yeah.
You guys didn't give me rules, man. What's going on? I thought we tasted it first, then talked about it, and then tasted it again.
No, I'm just
guys. Hey. You all settle this out, off camera. Brett, this beer is great. While those guys are figuring this out with the order of what they do they talk? Do they drink? We're just drinking this Kitsune. This is a new brew. I know they're out of Simple Machine, actually, is where they're brewing out of, where the guys do it. This is terrific.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You saw my
Are you
facial
done
reaction. Is there a way to distance Yusuf and just Yusuf in that screen?
And just leave them? Yeah. If this chair were on wheels, I would have already done it. Like, I would have gone this way.
But you need to leave a cloud of dust in your wake, just like with a, and just be like.
I feel like Justin can just lean over and lift you up by the skull and just put you in the back.
Forget it. Someone else produce for a minute. I'm gonna go see A Man About a Horse, and you guys can discuss this without me.
So yes, you guys are correct on this. This beer. This is brand new as of last week. This is their first beer. They are brewing out of Simple Machine. Tyler,
but he has his own equipment.
He does have. He brought his own equipment into Simple Machine, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
that was really awesome of them to do that. If you guys didn't know, they are the first Black-owned brewery in Arizona, and this beer is delicious. It's called Forager. It's a hazy IPA. It's delicious.
Oh, it smells so good. It's super orange on the note.
You guys okay there? I didn't think it was that big of a fight.
No, it's just this beer is straight fire. That's all it is. This beer is straight fire.
I love it. I get a lot of orange on the nose, which I think would be. This is kind of a really nice midday, you're starting to snack.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
You're starting to kick it up a little bit. Maybe you've had a couple rolls. You've had like some appetizers
This is now halftime of the first football game.
while the turkey's still cooking.
Let's talk hops real quick on this.
Guys, real quick, to be honest, this is what I'd start my day with. But I'm an IPA.
Yeah, I mean, you and I knew that, and Adam did too. This is where you start. That's because you're drinking bourbon straight out of the bottle after Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Really
like
good
the
though.
So that's Yusuf mentioned the hops, Galaxy, Citra, Mosaic. Can't go wrong there.
Oh
Three of
yeah,
my
Can't go wrong there.
favorites.
You know what's like I find amazing about this? Like, there's a ton of hazy IPAs out there, right? And like you drink, like, yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good hazy. But this stands out to me. Like, it's new, it's different, but it tastes really good in an area where there's a lot of really good, really similar styles, like versions of this thing. Like, this is fire. Like, this is really good.
I'm looking at some of the comments real quick. Matt Tried says, didn't get to try that Kitsune beer yet. Sounds awesome. Wilderness's Don't Fuck It Up is great all day long. Yes, that is a good, just easy to drink. That and Camp Light are killer.
Yeah.
Like the
yeah.
Camp Light Lager is another killer one.
Yeah.
Chris McBeth answered a question from earlier about what you would start your day off with,
Ooh.
but hot apple cider with barrel-aged bourbon and a pinch of
Hell yeah.
cinnamon.
I want to hang out with this person.
I'm going to Chris's house. Like, he doesn't know it yet, but I'll be there Thanksgiving morning.
Oh my gosh. I'm just going to like roll by. You just leave a cup of it outside. I'll social distance wave. Leave you a $5 and like roll by.
More cider, please. More soda.
Please, sir.
Attach more barrel-aged bourbon. Is that Pappy Van Winkle Family Reserve? Of course it'd be fun for me, right? Beer Bob says, this is a perfect time for you to use the word sister and hillbilly in the same sentence. But go ahead. My sister loves doing hillbilly. If I stop there, this is going to get real weird. Mimosas, Miller High Life, because it is the champagne of beers, and a spoonful of Tang.
Wow.
I would like you to call your sister, but let her know she's a goddamn American hero.
Sister, Hillbilly, and Tang. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, this thing checked off a lot of boxes.
I'm set. I'm trying this. That's really funny that he says that. So speaking of Tang, this is just like a side note. This is a big thing for my family. I'm not touching anything else. It's just Tang, but I'm just gonna say.
Oh my god, I can't.
So if someone doesn't make a banner before I do, I'm going to be really mad now that Tang has been said 6 times. Like,
Are we not saying phrasing anymore?
I don't know your guys' thing, but I'm just
Tang.
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 My mom. Oh, it cracked me up. My mom used to make this like spiced tea during the holidays, and it would have like instant tea, sugar, lemonade mix, those hot spice candy pieces, and Tang. And I swear it was really, really good.
We got a few dozen people watching. I just want to know, now that this has come up, please tell me the weirdest thing you guys have ever done with Tang. Or please, actually, if anybody could just tell me the last time they remember actively purchasing Tang and where you found it.
Last year at Walmart, I'll say.
Oh,
Do they still have that subversively racist commercial of a fucking actual orangutan running around?
I don't know. I haven't even seen it.
oh, this is going bad. This is going south. Really.
South or
We drank 2 of the lighter beers.
Oh, like, what's happening?
Justin, we had an anti-Semitic joke in the first 8 minutes. I mean, I don't know from there.
No, not we. You.
Thank you.
You guys made it the joke.
It can only go up from here. Just,
By the way, can I just say when you said spiced tea, I just imagined a hard spiced iced tea that's marketed by the rapper Ice-T, and I think that would sell.
Just his face on the label.
it would be perfect. I love it. I'm saying it's good. It was just a thing. Anyway.
Sam Fraser said next is an Ovaltine stout. Yeah. You just take barrel-aged bourbon, a cup full of Ovaltine.
Really quick,
and a dash of yeast, and then just sit there and wait for it for 24 hours and hope something happens.
This is for me, this privilege check, because I've never had to drink any of that shit during the holidays. Like any of the Tang no, we just drink good stuff. So I'll self-privilege check on that one. Like
Manischewitz and Manischewitz and
Hebrew.
You're missing out.
Hebrew is a good beer. I don't know if you guys remember the Schmaltz Brewing Company.
Yes, we carried it when we first opened up. Hebrew.
They had like a date brown ale, I think, at one point that ever had actual there's dual dates in it.
We had a barrel aged sour from them called Funky Jubilation.
Oh, I remember that one.
I remember that one too.
Funky Jubilation. Wasn't that your DJ name, Adam Green?
All right, we're gonna go off the rails. It's gonna end up being a 2-hour show. So let's talk about Justin. What are your thoughts on this beer?
This beer's fantastic. Tyler dropped off a sample. Tyler's the owner and a brewmaster. Dropped off a sample last week before the day before it came out, and I said, "Where can I get this?" And he's like, "Well, we're distributing it tomorrow." So we brought it in. I know Ground Control brought it in. It's been doing really well there. I think they might even be. They are out at Simple Machine. So
that's amazing.
It's killing it. He's sold out.
I'm so excited too because I know when we were talking with Marshall on the episode at Simple Machine and chatting with him about it, he was mentioning when he finally gets to open the brewery, it's going to be like a brewery / ramen spot.
Yeah.
Which is.
I've made a rookie mistake, guys.
Low battery.
Yeah, because I forgot to plug it in when I got here.
I was like, I have.
I'll be right back, but please continue the conversation while I put on my mask. And a reminder to everybody out there: wear a mask and wash your damn hands, you filthy nasties.
Absolutely. But yeah, that was a really cool thing when he was talking about, wanting to be not just a brewery, but like a brewery and ramen to kind of pay homage to like both of his ancestry. I just think that's such an interesting mix, and it's going to be really cool, and I'm looking forward to it.
No location yet, but
not yet. Yeah,
looking like North Phoenix.
Really quick, Justin. While Yusuf's out to his car, I assume, lock the door. Whatever business you might lose of people coming in, tenfold the not having Yusuf around will make up for it. Oh, hey, Yusuf.
He's right there. I was gonna, as a side note, I was just gonna to let you know, my friend Sammy texted me, and she said that you can still get Tang at Walmart. And when she was in high school many moons ago, they would dip lollipops.
Not only did she text you, it's right there.
I know. I know. I love this. And then I don't know. Rob sent us some link to.
Wait, dipping lollipops in Tang is like next level fun dip. That's like.
Yeah,
that's like upper middle class funded. That's what that is.
I like your style. I like it. I don't know. Rob sent us a link to something called Wood Tang Clan.
Wood Tang Clan. Okay.
Wood Tang Clan. I'm gonna look at this.
Take a look.
The Hanukkah beer. The Hanukkah
beer box says Schmaltz has a Hanukkah beer. Just hit AZ today. That'll be fun to look at. Nice. All right. So this is our jumping up a level.
Yeah. This is you've had some appetizers. You're still kind of cooking. You found the mushroom. You found the mushroom. Going back to Nintendo.
Whoa, you're not supposed to find the mushroom until after dinner. Otherwise, the dinner gets really weird. The turkey starts talking to you. The table starts having opinions on politics. You do not want to have mushroom.
Kirby, that sound effect was finding the mushrooms. Whoop.
I was trying to think of the Nintendo thing. I'm sorry. That was it.
No, that was perfect. It's just, it's. I just squeaked like a prepubescent boy. I was so excited about it. You made me regress into my childhood self just thinking about Super Mario eating a mushroom.
I love it. I think it's so fun.
Can we not move on to the next beer yet? I still got to finish this one.
Oh,
chug-a-lug.
Actually, we still have some too.
Well, then while you're doing that, and then I don't, but let's just. That's fine. I'm all right at the moment.
Oh, it's just a picture.
I'll take a beer break.
It's just a picture of a hat. I was looking at what Rob sent us. It's just a picture of a hat.
That's exciting.
No, sit there. You're just going to be in the background on
just know that thousands of people will see your face. I just want you to know that. Hey, see what that guy's doing? He's wearing a mask and keeping his
You're not
distance.
wearing a mask.
Nice guy.
He's one of the regular series. Super dope.
Did you want to top yourself off? There's a
Yes,
little more
I
there.
do.
Of course we do. I'm buying more of that before I leave.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, no,
I was
that's
like, do we have
definitely-
any left? Yeah, this
You
is
better.
there is a little
incredible.
bit left. Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm
I hear,
so
I
excited.
hear there's some secret bottle logic here too. Cough, cough.
There's always some secret bottle logic here. It's
Hey, Yusuf, don't say cough cough in 2020. It sends the wrong.
Oh.
You're right. I mean, I have snort. Like, what do you want me to say?
Not better. Maybe better, but still not good.
You know what? We'll just stick with wink.
There you go.
Wink's good.
yeah.
I like
Nailed
wink.
it.
What was that cartoon or Muppet character that did the snort?
Snuffleupagus?
No, are we thinking of like Porky Pig?
No, like he actually said like snort.
I
Like
have no
Oh,
idea.
snort was.
I would say that Animal does the snort before he would start drumming in the rock band because he was going crazy.
okay, maybe. I don't
That's
know.
true.
I don't know why I just thought
No, it wasn't. I know. No, I know it is. Somebody out there, snort. It's not.
Yes.
it was like a Muppet or something.
It's not the
wasn't it?
Muppets, but it's something else. It's.
It wasn't
cartoon.
Alf, right? So
No,
Alf is
no.
just filthy. So there's that. Allie's
Somebody-
answering.
Oh, nice.
Allie's answering the
Justin-
question of what your second drink's going to be. It's eggnog with SoCo. That's breakfast.
That to me is like
Hey,
end of
Justin?
the night.
Don't encourage our viewers to go Google search snort. They will find different things.
Okay.
What do you think they're going to find?
That's fair.
Use your imagination, Yusuf.
Unless they're on the dark web, in which case, who knows?
Which apparently is now called Parlor.
Really? I thought that was the whitest place on the internet.
That's it. The show's over. Kirby wins. That's the comment of the day.
I'm out.
Oh, man.
I'll explain it to you.
Oh, I'm in the dark.
That's
I'm
the
in the dark.
segment we cut out for promotion right there.
What's that?
That's the segment right there. That's the one we clip and promote for who we all are.
100%. Like, that pretty much is everybody. That's us. Hey, guys, you know what? That's us. Matt writes, again, jumping in. Thank you for commenting and watching. Says, throw me wherever. Got to have flavor. A good cream ale, a sour, an amber. Keep me away from the boozy stuff, and I'm down with whatever's coming my way. Got it.
Oh, Matt, I assumed you were a North Phoenix guy, but now you're saying keep me away from the boozy stuff. That's all I got.
He's just a North Phoenix guy who likes to drink lightly. Adam, why are you?
He doesn't want the boozy stuff, but he's down to drunk, man.
I need help drinking all those big beers I buy from Justin.
He'll help you. Don't get me wrong. Matt will always help out for sure.
Did you guys move on from this yet?
No.
Last little bit.
No, we don't have
I
to.
know. You can set it aside and save it for later.
We absolutely
Sometimes
don't have to.
it's nice to sample the beer later as it gets warmer.
That's true. IPAs definitely get better as they warm.
I know, not typically with IPAs.
So much
but
sarcasm. that
Sarcasm. Yeah, I was just gonna say a little
just laid it on.
sarcasm.
I'm used to it.
Adam Green will usually set his IPA can in a bottle. Adam Green will usually set his IPA can in a pool of warm water just to raise it above room temperature.
Here's a true statement though. The Adam gets way better the less you talk to him. So just less, and then he's just like, wow, look at the
Ignore
guy.
that side of the screen. Gotcha.
Hashtag aged IPAs.
Hashtag aged IPA.
We
Hey,
did have that dogfish
I was
head
gonna.
one.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Well,
You're talking about like some 120 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a 6-year-old one.
We
on
did
the
a
show.
freaking vertical from original to.
That's not an IPA.
It was nuts. Were you
It's a
there,
rubber.
Adam, when we did the vertical, right? At Keen's?
Docs, yeah, I don't remember much of that night.
Nobody does after the fourth dogfish head.
Yeah, I vaguely remember starting drinking those beers. I don't remember much of the rest of the evening, but those aren't IPAs. They're barley wines. I don't care what anyone tells you.
Fair. I will say that my second drink, if it wasn't a beer, would be more than likely like an old fashioned or something like that. Just kind of, if I smell holiday things cooking around the house and pies and turkey or whatever, or if I'm at somebody's house and they make ham, heathens. Says the Muslim sipping an alcoholic beverage. Heathens make it ham. How dare you not?
Hey, Yusuf, I have a question before I can answer this. What's your second drink of the day during the holidays? Has my family arrived yet or not?
Oh, very good question. Answer that question for us, though. What would your second drink be before and after your family arrives?
I mean, before I'm going the highest bang for the buck. I'm going to do some type of very booze forward cocktail, or just take some pulls off of a nice bourbon. After they arrive, after the appropriate 45 seconds worth of greetings, then go do a nice booze forward aged cocktail.
I would say probably second drink if it's not beer. I would tend to either go into some kind of tequila or vodka based drink with like club soda, like something just light, easy drinking, but still like above the level a little bit.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna really mix it up, but I try to stick to beer until like after dinner.
I'm liking JJ's comment.
I do. I'm with you. JJ,
You want to read it for us?
Second verse, same as the first. Beer, 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 beer.
I don't think you missed a beer.
Beer. Yeah.
Beer. Yeah. There
I got it.
We're good.
A little hesitation.
But he did follow that up with
I was gonna
screwball
say
peanut
that.
butter whiskey.
Keep it up, man.
So like he was all about beer until he chose fake whiskey.
We were on.
It's really good though.
I am a beer and beer through. I will just vary my alcohol percentages throughout the day.
Totally fine.
So you're pulling off the bourbon is my pulling off the bottle logic.
I'm gonna do a little slide.
I was going to say, Kirby, your second drink answer where you listed a bunch of options kind of sounded like the secret verse to Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba, where you're like, drink. I'd have a tequila drink.
What's the vodka drink?
I know. I'm gonna tell you, it depends on which house I'm in.
Yep.
So like which one's
completely
house
fair.
whiskey and which one's house vodka?
Okay,
You want to reveal that?
yeah. So if we're at my dad's house, if we're at my mom and dad's house, it's whiskey through
Okay.
and through. It's typically Crown. It's kind of their thing. Apparently, Crown Peach was amazing and got my mom through school
Crown
this
Apple's
year.
a good one.
Crown Peach and ginger ale was her drink of choice at 2 p.m. after the children she was teaching were annoying her. If you're at my sister's house, it's tequila. If you're at mine, it's vodka. So it really kind of depends on which house we're in. But I'm good with any of them. I like to have a few beers and then sort of go, whoop, kick it up a little bit, mix it up with a little bit of liquor, and then like mellow back out at dinner.
Sorry, Justin and I saw something in the comments that I'm going to put up in a second. But a friend and fan of our show, Mr. PJ, now that we've said sniff, sniff, and snort, snort on the show, just said holidays in my family equals mainlining bourbon and eggnog.
PJ, go light on the nutmeg. You'll think.
and do us a favor. Don't put the cinnamon up your nose. It's not going to go well, man. It's not going to go well.
man.
See, I said it out loud. Sirens. I mean, that's it.
I don't come from a drinking family. Like my folks don't drink. A lot of people in my family don't drink. So especially now that I do, usually Thanksgiving's at my parents' house, and we're doing it again this year. It'll be outside. We're in a distance and all that. But it's a BYOB thing for me. So I'm not bringing a bottle of whiskey. That just seems excessive. So I usually bring a couple of beers, but they're usually big beers. Last year I think I had a barrel-aged pecan pie thief and another like a pumpkin beer. Like I start big and finish big because I might be driving, but I don't have the time. And I think to your point, could be like, whose house is it at? Where are you at? Is it a house that has all the whiskey? Is it a beer place? Or are you bringing your own stuff? I think that changes your dynamic of what you're gonna do. If we ever host Thanksgiving at my house, it's gonna help everyone because I can't cook. But the alcohol selection would be best. It'd be varied.
So let's jump to the next one. Where'd we go? I'm just following your lead. We went Bonehouse. Head Harvester Pumpkin Ale, is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Speaking of pumpkin, you did a great segue there, Adam.
Yeah, look at
Good
that.
job.
Well,
Look
we
at that
get
label.
Hold
That
on, there we
label's
go.
killer.
Speaking of pumpkin beer, they have dope art.
Yeah, their labels are killer.
So much fun. We actually just went up there last week. We just went up, talked with Andy.
Yep.
Up at Bonehouse. Super fun. Found out this really cool thing. Side note, if you guys ever go up there, if you didn't see, and for your fans, they do a treasure hunt up at the brewery. And so you can go and taste a bunch of their beers, but you can tell them like, hey, I want to participate in the treasure hunt, and they'll give you a little piece of paper that's got find these 12 things or whatever all throughout the tap house and everything. And I think you win like a free pint or something if you find the treasure or find all of them. But it was really cool, and they have just a fun theme. I love all their artwork. I have some of it hanging in my house that I won from here from something. But they do solid beer. Justin's done collaborations with them over the few years.
Nice.
Just awesome people. It's up in Fountain Hills. But we thought, talking about holiday beers, Thanksgiving beers, you gotta do something pumpkin.
Did I do the thing I wasn't supposed to do and drink it before?
Yeah, you did.
God
it
damn it.
Every time. It's fine.
It's just gonna be your thing now.
I live by my own rules,
It's
guys.
just your thing. It's
Do
just
what
your
I
thing, man.
want. Do what I want. But this is
I do what I want.
this is their pumpkin
I'm
beer.
sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Don't you wish you were live with us here?
We get a chance to collab with these wonderful people, Yusuf, and you're trying to ruin it here. Be respectful of the rules. Come on.
I wasn't given a rule sheet at a time. I was not told. What
You gotta
was
tell
supposed
them 3 times before it sticks.
What am I? You clicking heels over here? What's going on, man? I don't want to go to Kansas. I don't want to go to Kabul either. So easy. Don't deport me. Jesus. We go back to the beer we're talking about instead of my immigration status. I was born in Chandler.
God damn it. Oh, no, we can't say
So
that.
Bonehouse,
Sure you can.
pumpkin beer.
Well, the location at Bonehouse, yes, it's way the hell up there in Fountain Hills. It's not close to any
You
other.
mean Central Phoenix?
What?
Nothing. Fountain Hills, Central Phoenix, same thing, right, guys?
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
Guys, yeah. We live up here.
Yeah. So it's, but no, like Kirby said, it's a great date spot. It's unique, good beer, treasure hunt. The views up there, though, go during the sunset.
Oh, amazing.
Holy crap. Take your date. Adam, Tammy, there you go.
Good date spot.
I don't like Fountain Hills is way too fancy for me.
Fountain Hills. But Doc's up there.
No, he's like north. He's like Fountain Hills is more south of Shea, I thought.
Doc?
No, like Doc isn't up.
Doc is on the way to Fountain Hills to the North Scottsdale route.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a
Anyway,
All right. So we're gonna taste it now.
Yeah, they're going to taste it.
Let's talk
While they
more
taste it.
geography.
What?
Let's talk more geography. It's been great.
Really good. Yeah.
give people what they want, Brett.
Here's a map of Arizona. Isn't that? Do they use like the hand from Michigan or something?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
We're basically just an awkward slap, anyways. So like, it's just it's a freaking rectangle with like a third grader that started sleeping at the bottom. That's all it is.
We laugh at ourselves though for talking geography, but when you think about it, the Arizona beer scene, it's everywhere. You know, you wouldn't think Fountain Hills, good brewery, but here you go. You know, we were talking about Mesa earlier, and like it's just all over. You're going to find good beer wherever you are, and whether it's North Phoenix or Fountain Hills or Mesa or wherever, you're going to find good beer, and that's cool. That wasn't the case 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So like, we don't need to talk about geography, but just in terms of like where you can find beer, it's everywhere in this state. Like, we're doing a good job.
Oh, 100%. Well, that's something like when I first moved here 3 years ago, anytime I had a day off, I would pick a different spot of Phoenix. And I would say, okay, like today is my day off. I'm going to go to the breweries in Gilbert. And then I would do another day off and I'm going to go to Mesa, like hit up all of them there. And then I'm going to go to Central Phoenix and I'm going to go to Tempe. And it's really cool. I mean, I chucked it off as research for here.
Yeah, totally.
Because I could text him and be like, bro, I'm at this brewery and they have this. Like, we should totally carry
Bring me
it.
back a 4-pack and you're okay.
Yeah. That's exactly it. He'd be
Speaking
like,
of which,
okay,
Kirby,
bring me a
remember
crowler.
that really important conversation we had yesterday about the research we needed to do for him in the next few weeks that we would then
Correct.
have him
Yeah.
pay us back for.
Yes.
I remember. We have to do
Yeah.
some research. Do you want to come?
Oh,
Come with
yeah.
us. It's just,
Yeah.
I got to do my hair.
I'm sorry. Can we? You gotta. Nah, it looks fine. You're all right. You're all right, buddy. I think we'll be okay.
But it's something to be said about Phoenix and Arizona as well. I mean, like taking a day trip up to Flagstaff or Prescott or Sedona, and or out to like Tucson. They've down to Tombstone, which just opened a location up here. I mean, it's blowing up, and it's so incredible that there's so much to choose from and so much different variety and different viewpoints and everything like that. It's great. Like I love it. So kudos to
Don't forget that west side.
Arizona. Oh my gosh, I know Peoria and Avondale. Like you're talking Throne and 8-Bit, Richter, and God, where else?
TCBC. out there.
TCBC, like all of those. It's amazing.
I don't know who Lucky Schmitz is, but I'm guessing he's responding to what his second drink at Thanksgiving is going to be, or whether or not his parents or family have gotten there yet. But yes, shotgun a beer. Just make sure that you're like shotgunning a 40. Like just stick a straw.
What's that, Crowler?
Stick a straw in there and take out a 40 of like Steel Reserve. It'll do it proper.
Yusuf, Lucky Schmitz wasn't responding. He was giving you a command. Shotgun a beer.
Oh, damn it. All right, I'll be right back. I don't think I'm allowed to do that in here because I'd have to mop it up afterwards. So
You don't
he doesn't have anything
shotgunner.
super light, I don't think.
Oh, there's some light stuff in there.
We could chug a beer at the end of the show.
Do you still have
That's
do that.
possible. You want to do that? We can do that. Let's see
I
what
did see some bottles of transmitted color from Bottle Logic. I think that'd be a good one for you. Yusuf.
Oh.
Or
Funny story.
Echo.
I'm taking that home. So,
Oh, no, not that one.
oh, damn it. Okay, wait. No, that's not what I'm taking home. I'm taking home the
But
peanut butter
what do you-
something. Yeah.
What do you guys think about this beer? It's interesting because I want to make a comment about the fact that it's an amber
Amber,
that's
yeah, it's different.
pumpkin versus a lot of pumpkin beers seem to be stouts, porters, browns, things like that. Like, what's your vibe? What's your take on this beer? What do you guys think?
I personally kind of like that it's an amber that's a pumpkin beer because it makes it I'm not anti-pumpkin, but it makes it a little less pumpkin forward and a little more approachable, I think, for somebody that is not inherently seeking out like a pumpkin flavor. But I enjoy it. What do you think, Adam?
I personally like pumpkin beers, but usually they're stouts or porters, and I appreciate those, especially the boozy ones. But this is good. Like, I know we talked about it Sunday, or I think I got late to the conversation because I was out working. But we talked about how pumpkin beers are polarizing for a lot of people. This is nice because, Brett, to your point, it's not overtly pumpkin, but it's a nice flavor. It's a nice beer. So, yeah, I think these guys, Boathouse, did a really good job with this pumpkin, this amber, because, like, I guess admittedly, I'm used to things like Four Peaks Pumpkin Porter. You know, that's one of the OG pumpkins out here. And they're double pumpkin. I love their double pumpkin, but those are porters. So to have an amber like this, it's a different style, but it's still pumpkin-y. It's still really good. Like, I would absolutely drink this and be happy with it if I like pumpkin, which I do. Therefore, I will drink it. And I am happy with it.
Hey guys, before you jump in, that was a much more elaborate description than Adam usually gives. He's a writer, you know. Last week he gave tasting notes of deliciousness twice.
That was for bourbon. That was for bourbon, though. Like, this actually tastes like a thing to me.
Like a complex spirit that people spent time figuring out how to make, and you were like, "This tastes like deliciousness," and it has delicious notes of tasty and delicious parts inside of it, and the wood is delicious.
You said, we've gone to wine festivals. I'm like, hints of grape. You know, like, I don't know, but like pumpkin, like beer, I can do a little bit better with because I understand, like, I taste pumpkin or I can taste different hops or whatever. Like, beer is different for me than like a whiskey or a bourbon, but I'm just saying, if you like pumpkin beers, you'll like this one.
Absolutely.
I will be the voice of dissent. Am I allowed to be?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
No.
Nah.
Okay.
No.
Too sweet for me. A little bit too. There's something kind of like, I can't quite put my nose on it, but somewhere on my palate it sits and it almost tastes like a really weird old man's hard candy, but not a Werther's. Like the kind you'd find at a barbershop if you were forced to sit through your grandpa's haircut kind of hard candy. So like that's what I'm getting there.
Do you typically like pumpkin beers?
I don't seek them out, but like I don't mind good pumpkin flavors and pumpkin spice.
Have you ever had a pumpkin amber before?
I can't say that I have, other than I think no.
Yeah, to Adam's point, most of them are darker. And minus my favorite pumpkin of all time is that Dark Sky Wheaties Red Idea. Have you guys had that?
No.
The
No,
pumpkin
No, but I need to. I just saw Weedy yesterday.
Oh man,
Nice.
so Weedy and Ryan from Dark Sky were together, and Weedy was like, "You know, it'd be fucking stupid." I'm making this up a little bit, but a pumpkin.
He wasn't actually there.
Yeah, I was there. This is the fifth-hand story,
Yeah.
but it was a pumpkin IPA, and Ryan's like, "Challenge accepted," and
course
he
he
made
would.
a pumpkin hazy IPA, and
I did have that. That was actually really good.
it was really good. Yes, I've had it the last 2 years. It's
That would
excellent.
be what Dark Sky's 548th brew.
Yeah,
the
right.
beer
Yeah.
that they've done. I think
But who's counting?
Untapped, apparently. I looked it up one time. I was curious, and this was months ago, and it said like Dark Sky, who's brewed over 400 or it was 535 different beers, and but that's just what their brand is about, right? Is about like doing different things and not necessarily having like a core that they do all the time. One thing I will say to this that I think can appeal to some people, talking about what you said with Adam of like, if you like pumpkin beer, you seek them out, and it can be sort of a unique flavor that not everybody likes. I think by it being an amber in base and then having pumpkin, I think adds more of that caramel sort of sweetness to it. That might appeal to a lot of people that maybe don't like it in stouts and porters because they're a little bit more like dark and like depth, sort of heavy.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
think. So
got the
it could be-
sweetness. It's got the sweetness in it, but the pumpkin is not strong.
It's not super strong. It's almost
Sometimes
on
that
that.
can be the problem.
Yeah, it's almost on the back
It
end.
is.
And I think we've talked about it at different, different episodes before. I just keep thinking about Brian Helton going, pumpkin beers are shit on his Halloween
And
video.
for those of you who don't know, Brian Helton is the owner, and he does brew as well, right? Like Brian
Yeah.
does a
Yeah,
show
oh,
up
yeah.
and out
he brews.
of Helton Brewing Company here in Phoenix.
Yes,
We
he
do,
is
we
a-
do have fans in like 13 countries, guys. I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, no, you're such a big deal. We have one in New Zealand.
Ooh,
Right.
fancy.
Not a fan of pumpkin beers by any means. He is not, and he bashes them all the time. But one of the things we talked about in an episode was how a lot of times pumpkin beers are actually made not so much with pumpkin, but with yams and with sweet potatoes.
And with the sweet, sweet sounds of someone who needed to buy that motorcycle.
Yeah, you really need to show off how
Sometimes-
cool he
sometimes they're
is.
You know what?
Wow.
Though? That guy is cool.
Right?
I'm just saying. We all know it.
I want to say
That dude
something
is
so
a fan.
bad, but
Little wiener.
yeah.
You can say Tiny Dick Syndrome. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that guy. Every time I hear that sound, I instantly think.
But what if the
Big
guy just
penis,
loves
and I
Harley
have to, like,
Davidsons and he
run
was just
after
like,
that.
my grandfather owned a Harley Davidson and my father owned a Harley Davidson? What if that man's name is like Leroy Reginald
The third.
MacArthur Esquire the Third, and he's just like, my great grandfather gave me this Harley. I'm sorry, it's so loud.
No.
Does that make you feel bad now?
He rides down the street like,
Also,
sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. It's so loud, but this is my grandfather's. Like, I apologize. So
No.
sorry.
He's not like driving it down the street, going, "Pardon me, pardon, pardon."
just imagining a monocle and a top hat.
He's got one of those signs on the back of the bike. It's like, how's my driving? Call this number. And he's like, you're supposed to every call. Like, I am so sorry. It's just really loud. I tried to fix it. I can't.
It's the
It's
it's
grand-
the-
No,
it's
he's
the
driving down.
Monopoly Man on a hug.
He's driving down the street. He's driving down the street with it in his motorcycle. It says, "My other motorcycle is an air horn."
Adam, I think we had a bunch of comments. Do we want to touch some of those and engage the audience
We
for a bit?
do. I don't know where to start. Jeremy Moore was saying, Felipe and I are a big fan of your beers.
And not a big fan of complete sentences, but we appreciate you, Jeremy. I
He's
really.
also sitting right over there.
Well, yeah, but
Hey, Jeremy,
come over here.
Hey, Jeremy.
Well, I mean,
Jeremy, you want to know what I'm not a fan of? dangling prepositions.
Hope you're still watching.
My grandmother was an English teacher.
Your name?
I'm an English education major, so I understand that.
Hey, journalism. Anyway, Matt Trice, my new friend in North Phoenix, pumpkin pie in a can. I assume he's talking about the Bonehouse Head Harvester, which is, it's good. And why is pumpkin? I think it's so divisive for people because it's seasonal. It's like it's kind of cool to be against pumpkin beers. Like they taste good. Like, are they my favorite beers ever? No, I don't think they're anyone's favorite beers, but they're good. And like they're good to drink during this time of year. There's nothing wrong with it.
I was waiting for someone like just this massive buff bodybuilder type person to walk up right now while you said like, is that anyone's favorite beer? And for this guy to be like, hello, usually after a workout, I love to crush pumpkin beers.
Well, that's fine. If you want to fight anyone, Yusuf's my stand-in. Fight Yusuf over this. That's fine.
when Chris Macbeth comes to you and says, I love pumpkin beers, and you say, that was Yusuf.
I've done nothing. All right, Kirby's leaving, so we're gonna have to say terrible things now.
Beer Bob lets us know Dark Sky's at 617 beers, so we probably had last week's number.
Can you tell Ryan Stanlin to just stop throwing things into a bucket and like waving a magic wand over them? Like it's all he does. He's just like schmoogly stouts. All right, there we go.
Beer.
I love it.
Make shit up, man.
I'm a big fan.
Stanlin is like the Stephen King of craft brewing in Arizona. He just like keeps doing like, and then we'll throw this out there as an idea. That's a book.
My new friend Matt Trice said the beer itself is strong, about 32%. I don't know what he's talking about.
It's the Head Harvester we're drinking right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
You didn't know. You didn't know it was 13.2% because you got a can with no cover on it.
But to your credit, it doesn't taste 13.2%.
It's probably important to show everybody what that can looked like real quick, so that you understand what happened. How did you miss the 13.2?
No, you know what? It's funny is it doesn't say because they don't put their alcohol on it.
Just
What the hell? Where are they made that they don't have to put their
12 fluid ounces. It says that.
Oh yeah, no, that's just how much of the 13 and some change ABV you just crushed. You finished the whole can too, didn't you?
Hey Adam, when they don't show the ABV, that stands for 12 Florida ounces because you're just getting wasted.
Well, I appreciate you giving that context, Matt. Thank you. I did not know what I was drinking. I'm still going to drink it. It's good.
Oh man, I love it. Well, I'm going to wait for Kirby to get back before we go on to this next beer. But while we're on the subject of pumpkin beers, we broke an hour. We usually don't break an hour when we do.
We usually
our show. You guys go about an hour and a half. So perfect. So we're going to go. I mean, they invited us. It's their show. But it's
we only got one more.
Before we get to it,
Yeah.
So while we're waiting, let's just ask, do you like pumpkin beers, yay or nay? Tell us in the comments.
Good
There's
question.
plenty of you watching. We had this discussion briefly at the end of our short show on Sunday. And I may just survey the room and like yell at people and be like, hey, do you like pumpkin beer? Guy who's sat behind me? Which one?
Per year.
One per year.
He said
John says one per year.
One per year.
Pumpkin beers, what do we think, guys?
I got
No,
2
yes,
thumbs up, and I
yes.
got 2. So that's we're really looking at like it's like 2 out of every 5 dentists say don't drink pumpkin beer. So that's
I
where we're
think it's a lot of people say they don't like pumpkin beers because it's not cool to like pumpkin beers. It's like if you ask them, they're like on their own without this setting. It's like Backstreet Boys. You know you want it that way.
that's
You
just
do. You're not gonna drink publicly.
Justin, can you throw on your mask, open up the patio door, and yell, "Do you like pumpkin beers?" and just take a head count for me real quick?
I almost really want to see if we can pull up Helton Brewery's. It was their Halloween video from last.
You're not yelling, Justin. I need you to yell it.
We do have some comments though. Allie is Team Pumpkin. Cool.
There's probably about 20-something people outside. We got.
Ryan is just.
I think everybody thinks they're getting a beer, so we're getting more yeses than everyone's like, yeah, I like pumpkin. I like beer. I mean, I love beer. Yeah, beer is great.
You like
And make sure they know they're not getting free beer. We're just surveying. Overwhelming yes.
Overwhelming.
That's because everyone thought they were getting a free pumpkin beer.
Yeah,
from
I
you.
know.
That's what just happened.
Yes.
So I'm sorry, that was my fault.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody's like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, you guys like pumpkin beer? And nothing good is going to come of this. They're all going to leave here going that goddamn.
They promised us free beer. And
Yusuf, overwhelming yes is a fantastic beer name.
Yeah, it is.
I like that.
We do a lot of beer name stuff where
Yeah.
if someone says something and it's catchy, we do that. Make
We
it a
had
beer
a few
name.
when
So.
we first started that were like that. It's like
JJ's a hell yes. I assume on pumpkin beers. Matt, my new best friend, back. All right.
I'm seeing some other ones. Did we go through these? I'm sorry, I was looking. Did you get JJ's Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown?
Just now.
just now.
Oh, man. I love it. This question is always divisive.
Should it be?
Wait, Yusuf, related to this, I don't know if you saw my comment earlier, but I said that Brian Hilton's pumpkin beer is going to be called Bashing Pumpkins from Hilton Brewery.
Oh,
That's
It's a
good.
fun.
if you would have to quite literally threaten his life in order for him to brew a pumpkin beer.
I mean, that's why it's called Bashing Pumpkins.
To be fair.
It's going to be a microphone beer. That's going to be Microphone Brewery does Bashing Pumpkins.
Do they?
Oh,
No,
microphone.
everything they do is musically themed and delicious.
Hey,
So
look
I-
who showed up. Ryan Kowalewski from
Yay!
Throne Brewing in Peoria. He's got the crew in there watching tonight. Thank you. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching.
Yay, love it.
Don't drink this one. Don't drink it yet.
I'm totally going to do it while you guys
Don't
are
drink it
looking.
yet.
I'm going to do
Well,
it.
you already drank.
Stop me.
They're not
Come
even ready.
And I just want to say that Ron Brown says, nope, that's a hard no on the pumpkin beer.
Hey, Adam, let's just
Hold on. Hey,
shut this 13%er.
Hey, Ron Brown. Ron Brown, if you can hear my voice, I'm with you, man. I'm totally with you. But, like, some of them are good.
All I'm saying is
No.
I told you you're going to have to stop me.
I'm gonna have to like start
almost-
mom smack.
Well, that would be bad because you're going to end up with, see how my laptop is away from the beer
I
and
know.
yours is, that's a bad idea.
I know.
That's a bad
And
idea.
then I'd get a call from Joe, our
Did you
camera
just-
guy, that would be like,
I think that's supposed to say your face is a pumpkin beer, but because you used mostly my name for the first half of that, use face is what I'm going to get called for the next several weeks, JJ.
so are you
Thanks.
saying
That right there.
polarizing?
Hold on, no, Yusuf, what are you doing?
We're getting at?
Is
Oh,
it weird
man.
that I hear that? Is it weird that I hear that in like a New Jersey accent? Where he's like, "Use face as a pumpkin beer."
I hate it so much.
Yusuf, really quick, it's not going away. Use face,
Shit.
that's a mood right there. That's a mood.
That's a brand.
You know,
right
coming
there.
from the guy wearing the I tried to retire but still had to find a job when I moved to Florida hat, I don't care. It just doesn't mean anything to me. It's fine.
That's a good deal.
Not
Also-
you, JJ, and his hat that has a freaking necktie on it so that it doesn't fall off while he gets hit by the winds in Key West, aka a swamp beach. I got you, JJ. It's fine.
By the way, to all our viewers, if used face is not an
doing
emoji
it.
available,
I'm
to
doing it.
all
I'm gonna
fans
do
of the
it.
Show.
You guys need to drink this. Pop this.
I'm gonna make a use face emoji.
Pop this.
I
Use
have
face.
I have a friend.
We're going into dessert kind of sorta, right?
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
More pumpkin.
So
There's been family fights.
I see hold on, I see him doing something. What are you doing right now, Brett?
I'm rolling the can a little bit.
Yeah, you
Trying
are
to
buddy.
make
You're
sure-
rolling the can. Did you roll the can?
I did not.
He didn't
But I
freaking roll
poured
the
it
can.
aggressively.
Tell.
I
Hey,
poured it-
Justin, do you even know what to do with beer?
No. Please educate me.
What a dick.
Love you, Justin.
Don't lie. It only hurts him more later. It's okay.
Something on my face.
Did you have something on your face?
Yeah,
I think it's like
it's
right.
right there.
It's right there.
Yeah, it's right
It's
there.
like right
Yeah,
there, right?
yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got it right there.
I see it.
I got it.
Okay, hold on. Let me see that. Let me see that pour, Adam. Did you roll your can too?
Fuck no. Who does that shit?
All right. All right. So let's show the difference
Boom.
between your unrolled can and Brett Berry's rolled can pour, and we can talk about why you would roll that can, and also why Brett Berry's internet is terrible today. So it looks like I'm watching a GIF load of porn when I was like in the 4th grade, apparently.
Or yesterday.
And the only thing people are going to get mad about that comment is I called it a GIF. That's what's going to piss them off.
I was gonna say, no matter what, no matter how patient you are, Yusuf, you're gonna win.
Although Yusuf may not.
Oh well, that's okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna step away because now I have to use the little boy's room because it's been over an hour.
Now we're gonna drink it without you.
So drink it without me, but I want to let you guys talk about it, and then Adam or Brett, you guys know how to take us off full
We'll take a
screen.
sip really quick.
Damn it. Okay.
This is really, I mean, Energy City, but this is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got things to say about this when I get back.
Oh wow.
Lots of things to say.
I haven't tried it yet. So we're kind of in the
Wow.
mindset now, right? That like we've had our dinner, we've may or may not have taken a nap in between. Sick. Yes, it is, girlfriend. Just like you like it. I'm gonna move this so I can see. We're thinking desserty, right? Like we're taking that pause between the full meal that we've had.
Yeah, we've already talked politics. We're ready to feel better about life.
We've fought.
We've already heard from Aunt Karen about why we aren't in a committed relationship and how we need to put ourselves out there more. Maybe experiment with other people, whatever.
They just want to see you happy.
Yeah. Great grandpa has already like had 4 shots of bourbon in his 1 cup of eggnog. Like, this is now when the cool kids all get to hang out.
This is when we start playing drinking games.
Yeah, and you get to share a beer while you're waiting for like whoever is keeping hold of the pies to break them out.
Yeah, my racist uncle said he would like some eggnog, but it looks mixed race, so he's not sure about it.
There's Irish whiskey in along with, and he's not sure about it. Yeah, I get it. that was my grandpa. R.I.P.
All right.
But this is Energy City.
Energy. Yeah,
It's a cobbler. Tell me.
Whatever you say, I believe it.
Oh,
it's on the bottom of the screen.
thank you. It's a pumpkin cobbler goza. So this is super funky. Talking about how most like pumpkin beers are stouts or porters or anything. You want to go way crazy? Let's go into the sour realm with pumpkin. Energy City has done some insane things with different blueberry pie and cherry pie sours and all sorts of things. So why not pumpkin cobbler? So
I want to know what everybody else thinks before I speak on this one.
Actually, I think there's there's something very wrong with my glass. I haven't figured out what it is.
There's a hole.
There's a hole in it. Let's definitely pour it over her laptop. This is not giving her a heart attack right now at all.
Yeah, sounds really great.
In the slightest way.
Going back to my thing, like I like the big stouts, like the big boozy beers. I'm not like the light beer guy. But Energy City, I've had a few of their beers, and like they're phenomenal. Like this is delicious. Like especially if you don't like pumpkin, don't order this. Don't buy this. Justin, I'm sorry. Like buy something else at Casual Pint, Central Phoenix, because this is pumpkin-y as all. It's delicious. You like pumpkin?
It's
Also,
This is unbelievable. This is fantastic.
I like talk about like one of those like Nintendo moments where the brain just goes like.
How did it go?
What game was that?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like one of those games where like the character dies, right? And it's just like the smoke comes out of his ears. It's like
Spyro?
Yeah.
Spyro the Dragon?
He knows.
I was gonna say, when are we getting into the drink where the video game says finish him?
That's what
Hey, does anybody remember that game where like you're playing and someone goes like whoopsie? I don't know. I can't remember. It just doesn't sound like it's. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
The finish him is when we do the 120-minute vertical.
Yes.
This is absolutely insane. I mean, it's pumpkin meets like peach cobbler meets like
Yumminess.
cinnamon nutmeggy. There's like even that after flavor of like whipped cream.
Justin, quit stealing Adam Green's material.
I'm trying to say words. It's just like it's good.
Good.
Hey, this is why we don't go an hour over, because at an hour is where it starts to get real funky.
But also, I think Justin and my friendship just got stronger.
That's right.
Oh, 100%. But I also think this episode is thick. With a whole lot of C's.
No K's though.
Nah, it's all
Wait,
C's.
Isn't that thick with all the C's basically a director beer name?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, there's like 486 C's on it. It just wraps around the can. That's why they didn't use a K. You can't do that over and over again. You read it at the wrong angle, it doesn't work.
Yeah, no.
It does not work.
Kids,
It doesn't work. That's a whole lot of K.
Is it Sammy's comment, though, is pumpkin beers, we all talk about them, how controversial they are, how divisive they are, but they're all different. You get pumpkin sours, you get pumpkin porters, you get pumpkin stouts, you get pumpkin ambers. Like, it's a style of beer that crosses the entire genre. Like, I'm sure there's pumpkin IPAs out there, too. Like, if you like pumpkin, you're going to find something you like this time of year, which is nice, because this is when they come out, and then 2 months from now, you won't be able to find any of them. But there's a very, like, you can find pumpkin beers of all different styles if you like those styles. And if you don't know if you like a certain style, like a sour beer, for instance, or a porter, try one. If it tastes like pumpkin, you're probably going to like it.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about this one is, even though it's a Goza, it's not sour at all. It's thick. It's pumpkin-y. If that's the thing.
In the order of the beverages you guys chose to drink today, it was perfect because the moment that hit my palate, it was like everything just progressed to that point when I kind of needed dessert. And I think that last amber, because it didn't like quite sit well for me. There are things Brett would say about this beer that maybe we can't say because we're doing a shared show today. But I would just say that I would have this beer's babies.
Hey, Yusuf, it's this beer would share a special hug with you.
yes. This beer would share a special hug, indeed.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and I think it's one of those. It's a great beer to share with a bunch of people because it is so prominent and so heavy in a sense of that dessert beer. So like, it's a great thing that's a can you bring and go, hey family.
Yeah.
So you don't know us that well because we show up with like a 16-ounce can of a 14% stout and then go, this is for me. It's really good to see you guys.
I know. Well, I always love the big thing for me for the holidays is I love to bring like 6 or 12 different cans and share them with my family because I'm so much into the craft beer industry and they're just kind of getting into it through me and so it's fun for me to be like, oh, I brought this beer because I think you would like it, or I brought this one because you would like it. And getting to sample and taste test a bunch of different things, and then it's cool. You never get like sick of one note.
Oh yeah,
try a bunch of different stuff, and then you can have your tequila soda on the side.
I mean the black and pink or the whiskey drink.
I'm the same way though. Like I said earlier, I come from a family that doesn't really drink. But most of them are willing to try something. If I say, hey, you might like this. A lot of us, when we first start drinking beer, it's all the same. Beer tastes like beer, right? But then it could taste like orange. It could taste like pumpkin. It tastes like vanilla. There are things like I like bringing from my family and my group of people that I would do holidays with, like, try this. It's a really good beer. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's a really good beer. But it's like, it doesn't taste like what you think beer tastes like. Like last year I had the pecan pie thief. And I shared it with my uncle who doesn't drink beer, but he'll try it here and there. He's like, oh, that tastes really good. That tastes like pecan pie. Like, that made me feel good. One, because it's like I had a drinking buddy, which always feels better. But also,
you're an alcoholic if you're drinking alone. So always force someone else to do it with you. It's a gateway drink.
If you can convince them to do it.
That was my sarcasm. It comes in a little different. It's an accent. It's a foreign accent. That's all.
But I think there's something to be said for that when you can help people experience these really good beers that you like, you appreciate. That feels good, and especially in the holidays, like because a beer like this, a lot of people who don't like beer would like this. So when you can bring that, that's a win.
Well, that's the best part of my. God damn it!
Top one.
No. I was going to say that people that don't even necessarily like pumpkin things and like pumpkin beer is like people that don't like beer may like this beer. People that don't people like beer that don't like pumpkin might like this beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what.
Now you go, Justin.
Again, I got something on my face again.
Is that weird? That's so weird.
God.
It's so weird. It just keeps coming
It's
back.
keep
going
It's
back.
like that fly at 1912.
Yeah.
We're probably getting close to where we should wrap
Well,
up.
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
Adam. You brought up a good point about it. The best part of my job here at Casual Pint is sharing that board. There is something people that say there's nothing. I don't like beer. Well, okay, there's 35 there, and there's about 300 more in that cooler. You give them, I don't like beer. You give them this. I mean, it doesn't really taste like beer, but you like pumpkin? Here you go. Oh, I like beer.
Yeah, no, I almost went and grabbed another can.
Yeah.
Because as much as I know you guys talked about sharing that would go right down my gullet.
He drank most of it. Well, I think that was one of my favorite
Hey.
things.
Holy cow, you showed up just in time.
Hey guys, let's drink some pumpkin beer. Let's go.
Yes, look at him go.
Oh,
He's
Chug
starting
it.
out.
Chug it.
Well, while we're still on the topic, as we get to that wrap-up point, let's get your. I know you weren't a big fan of this the other day, but I have a dissenting opinion, sir, and I think it's fantastic.
Wait, wrap up point. I still got this one to drink.
Oh, that's not a happening.
we can still drink it. We
We can do it off
But
camera.
we'll do it offline. Like we can go move to the patio and still have a chat together.
Hey, Yusuf, live stream or it didn't happen.
Why am I echoing? Who's got the live stream?
Hi.
Hi. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
To the dome.
Oh my God.
Congratulations. Congratulations, you have diabetes.
He is catching up. Oh
That's
my
the least
God.
total. That's the least total amount of time I haven't enjoyed a pumpkin beer, if that's fair.
Well, we were gonna chug a beer by the end of the show.
yeah, I mean, we can
You wanna
make that
pick
happen.
one?
We can make that happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
grab something that's
careful
chuggable.
choices.
A little,
Really quick, Sammy here says someone used to not like beer, and thankfully her other half started having her try everything he was drinking, opened her eyes to an amazing world I never knew, like she never knew. And I think a lot of us were like that though. Like everyone's beer story started probably similar. Like we all had the beer that we would get at parties and stuff when we were in high school or whatever, early college. And then when you started to get to craft beer, you're like, wait, beer can taste good? That's crazy. So we all started at some point in some way, you know.
Good Adam and evil Adam, says JJ Schroeder. There can be only one.
I get
JJ,
to be evil, Adam.
welcome to the. Of course, you're evil Adam. You just showed up and crushed that beer, man.
Oh my God.
I'm
I
still
love it.
drinking it.
I think that's the best part about what we do. Not just in this platform, but as well, like in our own lives. When I worked here at the Pint, working for Helton, like the ability to share beer with people and to reach those people that haven't found a beer yet that they really enjoyed, or they've maybe been given I can think of the first time somebody gave me a craft beer and it was like super piney West Coast IPA. It was hit you straight in the face. And of course you're like, whoa, that's a lot. But you reel it back and you start giving them other different styles or flavor profiles and things like that. Then you can really get people involved and introduce them to different profiles, different flavors of what they might enjoy. And it's that back and forth conversation about, okay, well, tell me what you like, tell me what you've had before, and how can I then appeal to that and be able to find something for you. It's so much fun. That was literally my favorite thing about working here, was somebody coming in and going, well, I don't really like this, or I don't like beer, or, oh no, I'm not a IPA person or whatever. And I'd be like, all right, hold my beer. I'll be right back.
No, I totally get that, Kirby, because I've done that with I'm the resident IPA guy of our show, and I have been batting 1,000 on people that were very anti-IPA and get them to say very quickly, especially when you're out at a nice establishment such as the Casual Pint, Central Phoenix, to say like, oh, I did not know that was what an IPA could taste like. And it's a very fun thing to be able to share that with people and get them exposed to what is out there and sharing the things that we all love.
100%. Yeah, I think the world of craft beer and the world of beer in general has come leaps and bounds in the last 15 plus years. That I think the initial onslaught of it, so many people kind of had that very simple small box of what they thought craft beer was, and now it's this just enormous monstrosity and all these different varieties. And I mean, we've got everything from like smoothie shit to like pastry stouts to super piney IPAs to really light crisp things, and it's awesome to be able to share that with people and get people excited and have, you know, regulars and followers like Sammy or
See, I told you.
my brother-in-law that like has never been a beer person or is like a Miller Lite guy, you know, or Corona guy, to be able to say, well, I have this that you can try, and it's awesome. And I mean, our jobs don't suck.
No,
Amen.
our jobs do, because no one's paying us to do this shit.
Well,
It's
one
terrible.
day, maybe they will.
Run the merch banner.
I mean, he's definitely getting a marketing bill. If he doesn't pay it, I'm just going to write it off. But like, by the way, thanks for putting it in there. SocialDistanceDrinkingClub.com. You can buy a shirt. I get all of like $1.50 off of it, which is not enough to pay the bills to do this show. But we're going to fix that once.
I get $1.50 off of that. Hey, Adam, Brett, how you guys doing?
Doing
I
good,
got
buddy.
I got a better question. JJ said Thunderdome, 2 Adams enter, 1 comes out and drinks beer.
I'm definitely not the one coming out. Like I can. That Adam is the one who comes out.
Well, that Adam's married and has kids. You are still questionable at the moment, so we'll see what happens. And either way, we'll still love you because we're all equal to opportunity lovers here. It's okay.
My
Whatever you-
fiance likes bacon. Kids could happen. It's like we crossed one hurdle, we could get to the next one.
We're
But
all
after,
allies here.
you know, too, like just the joy of sharing craft beer with people is so that we're all beer snobs. We all like sharing good beer. Yusuf, you want to wrap up? Drink your beer.
No, I can't touch this beer because we're supposed to chug it, and my habit is that damn it, he's taking it away from me because he poured these to drink.
But that idea of sharing beer with people, it's not just like we want to drink to get drunk. We want to drink. We also want to share this whole experience with other people. I'm sure you can relate to that.
And also sometimes get drunk.
It's like added bonus.
Speaking of that,
Sometimes.
Speaking of that, hey, the sneaky last beer is a Hazer Tag IPA because that's what he's decided. If you guys have anything you want to chug, Adam Ledford, you look like you could definitely put one more down your gullet.
Fine.
All right.
It's like twist my arm.
Let's go. Why
Well, hold
not?
on. Do we have? Is everybody in on a chug here?
I think that's for me.
God.
Mr. Ledford.
Ledford, Green, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Well then, it's Beer Talks Kirbside Edition, teaming up with Social Distance Drinking Club. This is the chug. If you guys have something to chug with us, go for it. We'll close up the show after you guys watch me ruin my shirt. This is just
don't get it on the floor.
Normally we our chugs would be literally a mixture of every bit that's left of all of the beers that we've sampled.
But there's nothing left.
I'm gonna start
There's
cheating.
nothing
I'm gonna
left,
start cheating.
so
if
No,
you
no,
guys
no,
think-
no.
Drink. So
1, 2,
here we
3, go.
Cheers, y'all.
Oh, wait. I'll chug this one.
It's so
If they're
cold.
chugging, who's ending the show?
Oh my god, it's
What
so cold.
temperature do you like your beer at? Why can't we have it at Adam Green's like pool room temperature instead?
I know, it's so much harder to
My
Room
teeth
temperature
are getting old. I'm turning 32 in a couple of months. Do I need Sensodyne? This is a whole different experience. I'm really-
Ovaltine and Sensodyne.
Yusuf, where did you go to college that it's okay to talk after somebody said 3, 2, 1, go? What the hell, dude?
He called it and we were done.
I don't know.
He counted.
I chugged way faster.
He was done. You're not done.
JJ here is definitely a fan of Hamilton because he's just going through the whole thing. Steins at dawn, 10 paces, the
All
10
right.
beer commandments. Let's go. Let's go.
Can we please do a collab beer called Steins at Dawn? Because that is amazing.
Who are we doing it with?
Yes.
Dark Sky.
Yeah, Dark Sky would do it.
Thanks, Ryan.
Pieces of Steins in there.
Sorry, hold on. I had a banner that said "Fake news. Please do not believe anything that happens." They will not put pieces of Steins in your. Ryan Sandlin was so sorry. What are you doing, man? I was gonna go to Flagstaff next week. The only piece of Stein I'm gonna get is the one that slashes my jugular. What the hell are you doing?
Try to get some of the Bee's Knees pizza first before you get a Stein in the jugular.
Oh,
What's the pizza place attached to them?
Pizza Club.
Pizza Club.
Pizza
Yeah,
Club.
that
Yeah.
place is great.
But the bee's knees is delicious. Medford has the best.
Oh, I'm burping so much.
I know it's coming. It's happening. Kirby, you want to close us out, and then we'll close out the show on our end too. But please,
Yes.
you guys want to.
Thank you guys so much. This has been such a fun day today. We really appreciate being able to forces combined, like Captain Planet, Avengers style, unite. Yes. Thank you for joining us last minute, Adam. We really appreciate it. We hope those of you guys that love and support Kirbside Beer Talks with Justin and I, please follow Social Distance Drinking Club. They are amazing. They always go on pretty much right after we're done, so you can skip to one to the next. Have
And
a
they
great
do
Wednesday.
multiple shows throughout the week.
They
My
do.
favorite being Sunday.
Yep, they do Sunday shows as well, so please
like
check
Sunday.
those out. Thank you guys from your following. Hopefully you guys check us out. Kirbside Beer Talks. Loved it. This was so much fun.
Also, follow us both. I believe it is at Kirbside Beer Talks on Instagram, right?
Yes,
And then we're at
absolutely.
Social Drink Club, not Drinking Club, because God damn it, guys, just let me have the handle. You're not using it.
You're not doing it.
15 minutes.
Also, at Casual Pint, the Central Phoenix location.
Yes.
Stand
That
by.
one's too long.
That one's way too long. It's
That's
like
really-
Casual Pint,
At the-
Central Phoenix,
at the
Justice
Casual Pint
Password.
Central
Yeah.
Like, it's just, we have to
Justin
redo
is
this
cool.
completely.
It's really bad.
It was the
Google.
pint earlier, and I liked that. Just the pint.
I mean, I thought I had it somewhere here saved,
At the
but I
Pint.
don't.
No, just go to Big Tall Justin's OnlyFans, and he has all the links there. It's great.
Yes.
Well,
you
we'll
can go.
post it in
Yeah.
the comments. What is it, Justin?
Absolutely.
What?
Well, your Casual Pint one. It's Casual Pint, Central Phoenix.
Phoenix. I think it's
no,
the
there's-
Casual Pint.
There's so
Central
many.
Phoenix.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My wife does the social media, so I.
Just ignore him.
Well,
It's all right.
By the way, Brett's
not-
lobster is hot,
Yes.
but he's
If you
still
trust I
tight.
am. Yeah.
That's good.
Love it. I think this was just so much fun. Hopefully we get some cross support for sure.
God damn it.
Yes.
And do us a favor, hashtag UseFace and screenshot anything you want right this minute. Like maybe this one, or this one, or this one, or this one.
We're
good.
getting a lot of New Yorkers just with their faces. Some
Pick a UseFace.
Make a use face.
Follow us on the
Post your own
socials.
use face.
If you're watching right now, there's a little bell button bullshit thingy. Subscribe
we're
if you're
done.
if you're on YouTube. Just do your thing.
Yeah.
Are we done making?
Oh.
You can make as many faces as you want.
And
The
please
kids
do
say
me a
smash
favor.
that subscribe button.
Sorry, what I meant to say was smash that subscribe button.
There you go.
And
Smash
and-
it hard.
And if at some point any of this gets back to the fine folks at Good Mythical Morning, know that I'm a huge fan.
Oh.
A massive fan. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for getting drunk with us on the show.
Yes. No,
Because
this
he
is
said-
so much fun.
Because you didn't realize the last 2 cans you drank out of green were way above 10%.
I realized it, but I didn't care because it's Wednesday and well, I have to work tomorrow, so awesome.
Oh, I have an interview
Bye,
at
bye.
11:30, so it's okay.
Well, 11:30.
Yeah, it's fine.
So we're
good.
drinking at 12.
Yeah.
Got it.
It should be
See
done
you
by then.
tomorrow and see you guys on Sunday for an episode of Social Distance Drinking Club. You guys are every Wednesday,
Every Wednesday.
Every
6
Wednesday,
o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Please let us know what you thought about this forum, because if you really, really loved it, we are in talks of transitioning into this forum. I'm a super fan, so if you
I'm
are,
a big fan.
then we are.
Thank
And
you,
we're a big
guys.
fan of you.
Cheers. Adios. Hang tight, guys. We'll chat after the show for another drink.
Bye.
Cheers. Interview at 11:30 is a great beer.